July 11th, 0800 hours. We've determined there's a massive power source operating within the city. Potent, but unstable. If you can take it out, you may find your hike to checkpoint 4 a lot less troublesome.
Yes, nanite-based neural interface nodes are attaching with about 90% efficiency. Electrical ground.
Hey, Tinker. How long will I have to...
Hold still, you fool! I haven't finished grounding you yet. You'll get us both killed.
Yeah, right. Me get electrocuted.
Where was I? Electrical grounding system should allow...
Seriously, old man. How long am I gonna have to work this off?
That depends on how long it takes you to fully supplant the city's power grid. Then I can divert more power to my lab and complete my work for von Bardas.
Bet you're all charged up about that, eh?
Save the sophomoric puns for your fellow Neanderthals, Dylan.
Everyone's a critic.
Hold still.
Tonight on Infoline, Lucia von Bardas. To fill the power vacuum created by the apparent death of Victor von Doom, the Latverian people last year held their first free elections in over 5 generations. The woman they elected as prime minister was as unlikely a choice as the world could have imagined. Lucia von Bardas, a young Latverian educator who had spent much time in the United States teaching at the University of North Carolina. Madam von Bardas, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Brian.
Upon taking office, you wasted little time mending the ties between your nation and the West.
Yes, for too long Latveria cut herself off from the rest of the world, especially those we should have been befriending.
Did the time you spent living in America convince you of this?
It was a factor. I am accountable to my own people. If my predecessors' policies were hurting them, it was my job to correct that as soon as possible, no matter what.
Forgive me if I'm misinterpreting, Madam Prime Minister, but are you saying your improved relations with America are a necessary evil?
No. I merely said that when all is taken into account, a leader's primary responsibility is to those she leads. And despite my time in America, it is to Latveria I owe my full allegiance.
Everyone's watching the world's first superhero reality show, The New Warriors. So far this season, you've seen the New Warriors save a small town from talking zoo animals.
I'm a stinking silverback gorilla, okay? Don't talk down to me!
Take out world-famous villains like Tiger Shark and Armadillo.
Hey, which one of you guys hits the hardest?
And even fight the insidious influence of the Corruptor.
You're holding me back. I should be an Avenger by now.
But this week, you'll see the New Warriors as you've never seen them before. Live.
Who the is that?
See the drama unfold as it happens. This Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Broadcasting live from parts unknown. Cleaning up America, one small town at a time. Don't miss The New Warriors.
Hair puller! We've got a hair puller here!
Check your local listings.
Ms. Marvel reporting in 0600 hours. Communication's still jammed down here, so this recording will have to do for now. This little gun-running operation is anything but. It's a cover for something bigger, with offshore origins, high-tech ordnance, cyborg interface circuitry, and even parts for some kind of siege weapons. Still trying to confirm, but my guess is we're dealing with...
Hey, over there! Intruder!
Damn, they must have heard me. Be right back.
Hey! Those superheroes are fighting each other near my new Trans Prix! Watch it, you! No!
Reckless superhumans can strike at any time, tossing your car like a toy, ripping up your driveway, or even sending a fiery tornado through your home. When the smoke from their awesome combined attack clears, how will you recover? With Gecko Insurance, our superhuman property damage policy will ensure your losses are completely covered. We'll call in damage control and handle all the paperwork. By the time we're finished, it'll be as if there were no such thing as superhumans.
I wish. Thanks, Gecko.
Policies do not cover acts of God or gods such as Thor, Hercules, or Loki.
Mr. President.
Commander Hill, or should I say, Director Hill? A pleasure to meet you finally.
Thank you, sir.
Feeling a bit out of your skin lately?
Yes, you could say that, sir.
I'm here to help you help the world. Whatever you need, whatever's on your mind.
All right. Why me, sir? Why was I chosen to run S.H.I.E.L.D.? As far as I can see, there were a dozen people in line to succeed Fury.
Those people were Fury loyalists, and I've had enough of that in my lifetime. Let's talk about you. This appointment is a serious one. You're serving the world peace now, Commander.
I'll do everything in my power to...
But you're also an American.
Yes, sir.
I hope you'll keep that foremost in your thoughts at all times.
Yes, sir. That shouldn't be a problem.
Good, good. As far as this Latverian situation, don't forget it's one of 12 I have to deal with every day. You understand?
Absolutely, Mr. President.
Excellent. I'm glad we had this talk. One more thing.
Yes, sir?
The capes.
The superheroes?
I don't like them. Never have, never will. The less I hear your name and the word cape in the same sentence, the happier I'll be. You get me?
Yes, sir.
Good girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. We've just received word that there has been an attack on the Capitol building. We don't know any details yet, but the police are saying we'll need to disperse until they can be sure.
Hello? Luke? Luke Cage? It's Tony Stark. How you doing?
Hey, man. Doing okay. How you been?
Fine, thanks, fine. So, Luke, you're a family man now. Ever thought about stepping up the corporate ladder? Stark Industries offers some really good medical, including neonatal.
You a CEO or an infomercial now?
Hey, sorry. I just need a good superhuman security consultant. And you can't do much better than a guy with bulletproof skin.
That's nice and all, Tony, but I'm the only guy keeping my block clean. Don't have time to be filing reports in an office somewhere.
Well, it could be more of an on-call position. We could work something out. I just really want you on my team.
Look, I appreciate the thought, but these kids here, they need me. You want me? They need me. See what I'm saying?
Ah, well, hard to argue with that. Still, will you keep it in mind? The door will always be open.
Yeah, man. Look, I gotta go. Catch you later.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Reed Richards.
Please leave your message at the tone.
Yeah, hey, Reed, this is Ben. Look, I can't do this. Lord knows I've followed you into some pretty crazy places over the years, but somehow this is one place I can't go. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Registration's wrong, and I won't support a law I don't believe in, but I'm still a patriot. I ain't gonna fight my own government, so the way I see it, that leaves me only one choice. I'm out. Going underground till this thing blows over. Don't bother trying to find me.
Reed, I'm trying, but I just can't follow these equations.
I'd be surprised if you could, Tony. They're a new form of science I invented, actually. A way to predict future trends by mathematically modeling past events.
Really? How reliable?
Very. I've been using it to predict general trends for years.
And what are they showing you now?
A series of societal earthquakes. Conflicts beyond anything that's ever happened. The death of billions.
My God.
I ran the numbers again and again. I found no force that could be applied anywhere to make a better outcome until...
The Registration Act.
Yes. That's the first part. Other actions will be necessary, in the right order, at the right times.
Actions that will turn us against our friends. Change everything we know.
I'm well aware of that, Tony. But the alternatives are much, much worse.
Whoever said saving the world would be easy, huh? All right, Reed. Walk me through the numbers. And take it slow.
With the Superhuman Registration Act looking likely to pass within the week, we recently sat down with one of its most surprising critics, Captain America.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Our pleasure. Captain, in the wake of the Stamford tragedy, the public overwhelmingly favors mandatory registration for all superhumans. Can millions of Americans be wrong?
Unfortunately, they can, Brian. Our country's history is littered with wrongs that most Americans approved of at the time. Slavery, the incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II, the McCarthy hearings.
But how do you deal with it, knowing that nearly everyone is against you on this?
I think of what Mark Twain wrote on the subject. If you alone of all the nation shall decide one way, and that way be the right way according to your convictions, you have done your duty by yourself and by your country.
An inspiring quote.
Absolutely. When the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself like a tree beside the river of truth and tell the whole world, no, you move.
Stark here.
Tony, I have some information. Oh, what time is it? Were you asleep?
Who is it?
Shh. It's okay, Reed. What's up?
Sorry, I just had to tell someone about this, and I knew you would appreciate the significance. I just finished my latest tests on the nanite material we recovered from the Latverian terror attacks.
The nanite material?
Yes. I've successfully accessed higher and lower brain functions in rats and primates, using the nanite's innate ability to receive and react to transmitted behavioral inhibitors. The tests show...
Reed, it's late. Can you break it down for me?
Addiction, Tony. With this system, we could potentially beat it. A simple injection of nanites, and we wirelessly inhibit brain impulses that support life-ruining addictions. Food, drugs, alcohol.
This is where your research has taken you. Have you forgotten we're at war? Do you really think this is the time to try to save John Q. Public from the evils of chicken-fried steak?
I thought you...
We need to win this thing, Reed. If you're going to play with nanites, then figure out a way for them to help us do that.
Cap, this is Cable. Just got your last encrypted voicemail, and I had a few responses. I could go down the laundry list, but it all boils down to this. What's it gonna take for you to accept that we are truly at war here? I mean, I appreciate your offer to send along Victor and company to help set up shop here. But old Hydra tech with just minor updates? Battle robots that you want me to outfit with stunners only? With all due respect, Captain, we can't pull our punches just because we're dealing with old friends. We've both been through wars. We both know what the price could be for losing this one. I know I can help you win it, if you'll just let me.
Welcome to your first day as an agent of Hydra. By now, you've sworn your death oath, and in a few moments, you'll receive your very own Hydra concussive force blaster. Now, please listen to this very special message from our esteemed leader, Baron Wolfgang von Strucker.
Hail Hydra! These are the words you'll say again and again as we relentlessly march on our noble quest for world dominance. I'll be listening for your voice, added to that of our countless brothers and sisters. Our victory chant driving fear deep into the hearts of our enemies. Cut one head off to grow in its place. Hail Hydra!
Cable, I know you can hear me.
Bishop, what are you doing on this frequency?
Because I knew with your fancy infonet powers, you'd be the only man on Earth who could hear this.
Clever. So what do you want?
They're about to pass that Registration Act, and mutants seem to be divided over it. Wanted to know where you stand.
Let's not play games. You know where I stand on this.
Fair enough. I just wanted to give you a chance to change your mind.
Why would I do that?
Because we both know firsthand how horrific the future can be.
That's exactly why I'm backing Cap on this.
Even though you know about Richard's calculations, showing that if we fight registration, things could go from bad to worse?
I'm willing to take that chance. No mutant should be in favor of registration, least of all you.
I'll do whatever it takes to make sure the world I grew up in never happens.
Your judgment is clouded by your past, Bishop.
It's the future I'm trying to protect, Cable. You should be too.
I am.
Guess we're not gonna solve this on a call, huh?
We don't want to fight, but we will if it comes to it.
Let's hope it doesn't.
What's your name?
Bullseye.
When is the last time you committed murder, Bullseye?
3 days ago.
Why did you do it?
They were in the wrong place. I like killing.
I see. So it was just an impulse. Well, that's funny, because that's what I'm here to talk to you about. Impulses. You received an injection before this meeting. Did anyone explain to you what it was?
A light sedative or something.
I see. You've been injected with a series of nanometer-sized generators, receivers, and triggers. By now, they've bonded with your central nervous system, allowing us to tap into it directly via long-range wireless signals.
What did you put in me?
The nanites will allow us to permit or deny any impulse that devious little brain of yours can come up with. I'd seriously reconsider standing up, Mr. Bullseye. We can also spike your nanochain, delivering a substantial electrical current directly to your cerebellum. You'd probably survive the first shock, but our scientists say anything beyond that would leave you with partial or total paralysis.
Why?
Simple. Your country needs you. Your expertise in violent altercations with superhumans makes you a prime candidate to help us round up unregistered superheroes who may offer resistance.
So, you're gonna force me to do what I like doing anyway. What's the catch?
The catch is, you do it our way, or you end up on life support. Is that perfectly clear?
It's clear you like to live dangerously.
And it's clear you like to live. Take him back to his cell.
It's 2 o'clock and 66 degrees in Midtown. Recapping our top story, the FBI and S.H.I.E.L.D. have announced that the superhero Speedball of the infamous New Warriors was found barely alive last week in western New York. Authorities have also released his true identity, Robert Robbie Baldwin, the 19-year-old son of Justin Baldwin, a Connecticut district attorney known for crusading against costume vigilantes. Baldwin was presumed to have died along with his teammates in Stamford. However, experts say he could have been protected from the deadly explosion by his unique kinetic energy-absorbing abilities. The fact that he was thrown nearly 500 miles from ground zero is a testament to the force of that blast. With his powers apparently shorted out, Baldwin is now in government custody, awaiting trial. Inside sources say attorney Jennifer Walters, a.k.a. the She-Hulk, may be representing Baldwin and trying to negotiate a plea bargain for him. Welcome back. We're talking about the Superhuman Registration Act, and I see we have another caller. Hello, you're on all POV.
Hello, Terry. This is Captain America.
Is this a joke?
No. I'm glad to hear that at least some news sources are giving both sides of this debate the chance to air their views.
Well, yes.
Listen, I can't talk long. I'm sure they're already trying to trace this. I wanted to say to your listeners, particularly those who have special abilities and haven't registered, you're not alone.
What advice would you give someone in such a situation, Captain?
There's not a lot I can say that won't compromise our position. But if you want to join us in the fight for your civil rights, watch for us. With any luck, you'll find us before they find you.
Hi, I'm Tony Stark, but some of you might know me better as Iron Man. I'm here to remind you that if you have superhuman abilities, you're required by law to register with the federal government. It's for your own protection, as well as for the safety of your fellow citizens. Registration is easy and entitles you to law enforcement training and full benefits, including dental. More importantly, though, you'll know you're doing the right thing for yourself and for your country.
To find your local registration center, or if you're aware of unregistered superhumans in your area, call 1-800-555-SHIELD.
April 18th, 0140 hours. Statistically significant data on nanite-controlled network now compiled. Summary. Overall system performing within target limits. No attempts to break 512-bit encryption detected. Infrastructure-based server-to-client wireless communications meeting design parameters within 0.1%. However, peer-to-peer communications between hosts continues to increase. These side signals weren't part of the system design, but they don't seem to cause any negative effects on the host or the server. My assumption is we're just seeing some signal bleed. Dr. Pym has expressed concern that these side communications between the nanite-controlled criminals could be dangerous, but there's no evidence of that. Certainly nothing that would justify taking the system offline. Leave it to Hank to blow something so small out of proportion. Still, this is all uncharted territory. We'll keep an eye on it.
You wanted to see me, Bill? Yes, Cap. We managed to scrape together a few more details on S.H.I.E.L.'s nanite control system. It's pretty scary stuff. What did you find? You know they use a wireless network to send command data to nanites in the host's brains. Right. And supposedly if the villains try to do something out of bounds, the nanites just prevent them from doing it. I saw that on the news. We all did. Yeah. But what we didn't see on the news are internal S.H.I.E.L.D. reports indicating that the system isn't behaving exactly like they expected. What? They're seeing unexpected side signals. You mean the criminals are using the nanites to communicate with each other somehow? I don't know. And neither do they. Richards is convinced it's just signal bleed, nothing to worry about. And you? Hard to say without more data. I just hope those idiots appreciate the risks they're taking. They've got superpowered psychos walking around free with only a wireless signal holding them in check. Who knows when they could suddenly turn on their masters? To be honest, Bill, as long as it's their masters they turn on, it might not be the worst thing that could happen.
5 o'clock and 52 degrees in downtown Washington, and here is our top story. Government officials have announced that their newest ally in enforcing the Superhuman Registration Act is none other than Robbie Speedball Baldwin. With a new identity and costume, Baldwin now calls himself Penance, and as part of a plea bargain agreement, has willingly registered with the government and agreed to assist S.H.I.E.L.D. forces in apprehending and containing unregistered superhumans. Baldwin, one of the 5 members of the infamous New Warriors team, widely blamed for the tragedy in Stamford, is reportedly to be stationed at Rikers Island Prison in New York City. His responsibilities there will include supporting S.H.I.E.L.D. as they struggle to set up adequate security measures to contain the ever-increasing number of superhumans who refuse to register.
As you can see, I've now filled the syringe with 12 milliliters of the nanite control serum. The subject is restrained for the procedure and...
Procedure? Is that what you call it, Richards? Injecting mind-controlled drugs into us like we're some kind of lab rats? I'll kill you!
The most efficacious injection site is the carotid artery, but any artery or vein will do. The nanites will know when they've reached the proper locations in the brain and spinal cord. Mr. Gargan's symbiote is being electrostatically held in check, so that it should be safe for me to attempt an injection to the carotid. There we go.
What did you do? I'll rip you apart, you son of...
As you can see, the nanites have already had a sedating influence on the patient. Within 10 minutes, the nanites will be in place and will start transmitting. We can then initiate the setup sequence and test the wireless behavior control system. Yes, in the back.
What if he breaks control somehow?
Technically impossible. That said, we also have the failsafe system, which allows us to remotely shock the subject into submission at the first sign of trouble. All right? Over here you'll see we've got another patient prepped. Do any of you feel confident enough to attempt the procedure?
Get away from me! No!
All prisoner calls are monitored by Rikers Island Penitentiary staff. You have 5 minutes.
Mr. Baldwin, is that you?
Yeah. Did you get the costume design?
Yes,
but I had a question about it.
Make it fast. They don't give me much time on the phone.
Well, the insides of the suit are exactly as specified. The lesser spikes protrude just over half an inch. Painful, but hardly incapacitating. The larger spikes will no doubt break the skin of the wearer. I cannot imagine any use for this other than torture.
Did you have a question or not?
Whomever this costume is intended for, you must hate them very much.
I do.
Who is it? I must know.
Me.
What? Why?
My powers have changed. They only work now when I'm in pain.
But this costume, it's sick. What you're asking...
What I'm asking, what I'm doing is penance. 612 people died at Stamford. So every day I'll carry with me 612 points of pain. The 60 children who died, those are the longer spikes. They'll hurt me the most.
You sure you don't just want another speedball costume? I could...
Speedball is dead. All that's left of me now is penance.
Nick, I got your message. What happened during your briefing with the president?
They're doing it again, Valentina. I can't believe it, but they are.
What?
They have the evidence. A way to stop the death of so many innocents. And no, I won't let it happen.
How can I help?
Sorry, Val, I can't use S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel for this one. But I've got some powerful friends who owe me a few favors. We'll handle it. My way. I'll drop you a line when I get back from Latveria. Wish me luck. All right, Stark. I've lost contact with you, so I'm assuming you made it through the portal. I'll leave this log just in case, well, whatever. Just need to get this countdown started.
There is not enough free memory to run this program. Quit one or more programs and then try again.
Stark, your IT department sucks.
Protocol accessed. Initiating self-destruct countdown. 5
Took
minutes
long
remaining
enough.
until
Time to
self-destruct.
get the hell out of
4
here.
minutes 59 seconds. 4:58. 4:57.
Looks like I got their full attention.
4:55. 4:54. 4:53. 4:52. 4:51. 4:50. 4:49. 4:48. 4:47. 4:46. 4:45.
Sorry, honey. Looks like my time's already up.
Disrupt delay reduced to minimum. 30 seconds until detonation. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17.
Now, 11 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, and you're listening to MNN International News. Reports continue to flood in from around the globe regarding the sudden, shocking emergence of what American military authorities are calling a nanite-based collective mind. While details are painfully slow to emerge, what's clear thus far is that this brain virus can, at this stage, only be transferred to new victims via injection. Contrary to popular internet rumors, one cannot be drawn into this collective by drinking contaminated water, eating infected foods, or using public toilets. At this time, it's estimated that over 3 million people have been infected. It's unknown where the members of the collective are producing more of the nanite serum, since it's believed to be non-self-replicating. Authorities wish to reassure the public that every step is being taken to find a weakness in the collective, while the world's superheroes are being deployed to combat its spread. However, as experts have already pointed out, superhumans are not immune to being absorbed into this terrifying group mind.
All friendly forces, this is a secure voice stream update from She-Hulk at Stark Tower. Alpha Squad currently supporting Black Panther in Wakanda, condition yellow. Delta Squad reports Savage Land Vibranium is secure, condition green. Theta Squad currently supporting Captain Britain and Micromax in the UK. Condition red. Lambda Squad en route to assist. All units, be advised members of the Nanite Collective seem to be constructing and defending towers at their siege locations. No data yet on their purpose, but we recommend taking them down on the assumption it will somehow hamper their coordination efforts. Stay on this stream for further updates. Stark Tower, out.
We don't have time for these games, Osborn. Tell us everything you know about the Fold, now!
When will you self-righteous fools accept that I have nothing to tell you?
We spent precious antidote on you, Norman. We gave you back to yourself. You owe us.
Really? And you think I've forgotten who put me in that position in the first place?
Damn it! You were one of the first nanite agents to be forced into action by the Collective. You must have some memory, some knowledge of it that we can use.
You're asking a brain cell what the rest of the brain is thinking. Do you understand that? When you ripped me from the Fold, you ripped away almost everything I knew about it.
Ripped? Norman, are you saying you'd rather go back?
No! No. I do remember how it felt. All my own desires overruled by those of the One Mind. Nothing left. No Norman Osborn. No Green Goblin. Nothing. I want this thing destroyed. Perhaps more than even you two do. But all I can offer you to aid in that cause is myself.
I know rationally that I'm but a pawn in a larger game, or perhaps more accurately, a node in a larger network. However, emotionally, I've never felt more confident that I was doing the right thing. I'm not sure whether the nanites simply suppress traitorous thoughts, or whether my brain has been altered in such a way that it's no longer even capable of thinking against the Fold. In the final equation, though, does it really matter? It's been a good day, and I love my work, and I love us, each and every one of us.
If you have not yet come into the Fold, this message is for you.
Why haven't you joined us? Is it because you're scared?
Those who willingly come to us have nothing to fear. We've developed techniques that make becoming part of the Fold completely painless.
Is it because you think it's bad to become part of a collective mind?
Was it bad for single-celled creatures to evolve into us? Would it be bad to say farewell to war, poverty, and starvation?
The Fold is the most wonderful thing to ever happen to humanity. Absolute peace of mind awaits. What are you waiting for?
Este mensaje es para los que no se han unido al Fold.
Si no te has unido aún, ¿por qué será? ¿Será porque le tienes miedo?
Notes on the next step. Research day 13, 2300 hours. Providing full resistance to the remote shutdown system has been proven possible, at least in theory. Transference of special abilities across vast distances also seems achievable, but latency continues to be a concern. Worse, the new material requirements are rather strict. So far, I've only been able to fabricate enough for a single prototype. This is only a temporary problem, however. Soon enough, we will have virtually all the world's resources. Then we can upgrade everyone, and thus make the Fold completely, utterly unstoppable. Our dream will live forever.
What the? How did you get in here?
Dude, it's what I do.
Okay, well, what do you want, Mr. Deadpool? We're kind of busy trying to wrap up production on...
Yeah, Geek Boy, I've heard of crunch time. You think I don't play these games?
Fine. What can we do for you?
First off, I'm not here 'cause I'm happy. I was told the game was going to be called Deadpool and His Inferior Friends.
What? Who told you that?
Someone from marketing.
It's crazy. Even they wouldn't...
Yeah, she did. Might have had something to do with the katana I was sticking up her nose at the time.
Great. Well, I guess you can take it up with them?
I'm not done.
Of course not. Okay, let me just finish typing this and... There we are. So, you wanted to say?
Okay, here's the thing. In this game, I'm hardly any more powerful than any of these other idiots.
You mean the other playable superheroes?
Right, them.
We try to balance all the characters so that none of them are too powerful.
That's what I'm talking about. That ain't realistic. I can take down any of them goody two-shoes wimps.
The Hulk?
Okay, maybe not him, but...
The Thing?
Sure, if he had a cold.
Thor?
Look, Poindexter, I'll show you just what I can do. Hey, where are my swords?
Yeah, I just turned them off.
The hell does that mean? I didn't know you could turn them on.
You think this fourth wall stuff of yours only works in one direction? All I had to do is change one line of code, and now none of your powers or attacks will work.
What the? You pimply-faced paper and dice playing prom-skipping nerd hole! Give me back my powers!
Keep it up, and we'll pull you out of the game entirely. Maybe stick you into downloadable content later. Maybe not even that.
Jeez. All right, I'm going. But when no one buys this game, don't come crying to me. Try to help these jerks, and what do you get? Attitude. Soon as I get my powers back, I'll come back and show Pizza Boy there how many hit points he's got. Not a lot, I'll bet.
Welcome back. My next guest is Dr. Bruce Banner, whose alter ego is one of the most terrifying superhumans on the planet, the Incredible Hulk. Fortunately, despite his hulkish appearance, Dr. Banner has full control at this time. He joins us today to talk about the aftermath of the war against the Fold. Dr. Banner, welcome to All POV.
Hello, lady.
That is you, right, Dr. Banner? Because they told us...
Puny human not here. Hulk here.
Oh, dear. I guess there's been a mistake. I'm not sure this will work.
Ladies, producer man say Hulk should come anyway. Say it make good radio.
Oh, he did he? Was that Gary?
Hulk not know. Hulk not good with names.
No. Well, my questions were written with Dr. Banner in mind. I suppose I could try.
Ask Hulk questions already. Hulk no have all day.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just, Dr. Banner, what?
Hulk, not puny Banner.
Sorry, again. Mr. Hulk, the nanite technology that spawned the Fold, is it true that it originated in Latveria and was adapted by Reed Richards, a.k.a. Mr. Fantastic?
Well, stretchy man say friends have bugs and brains, so Hulk smash!
I see. And in a post-Fold world, do you see the potential for humanity to place a higher value on individuality versus affiliation?
Too many big words. Next question.
But I...
Next question!
Hulk, did you smash the bugs?
Hulk smash bugs.
And do you realize that smashing the bugs saved the world?
Hulk save world?
Yes, Hulk. You helped save us all.
Hulk hero?
Absolutely.
Hulk get trophy?
I'm sure that could be arranged.
Hulk get parade?
I'm not sure. I mean, I know there's still a lot of cleaning up being done.
No parade?
Not that I know of, but maybe...
Hulk save world and no get trophy or parade?
Please, Dr. Banner, try to control your...
Puny humans no appreciate Hulk! Hulk smash!
We've been trying a number of new therapies to help Banner get his Hulk persona under control.
Doc Sampson is an advocate of talking therapy, but I've come up with a variation on cognitive behavioral techniques that I think shows a lot of promise. I've included all the tapes of our sessions. They're tremendously enlightening, but not for the faint of heart.
Stretchy Man suggest Hulk release anger with words. Hulk call it Hulk-coup. Stark send Hulk to space, but Hulk come back very mad. Moon not made of cheese. Hulk likes Wolverine. Logan fix self when broken. Hulk needs friends like that. World have mysteries, like why sky blue. Answers hard, smashing easier. Falling leaf, days end. Things break, life stop, time go on. Not always Hulk's fault! Breaking can be good. Vending machine want quarters, so Hulk break 20. Hulk break lots of things. Everything makes noise when broke. Hank wrong about mimes. Eating hard for Hulk. So many things fit in mouth. How to know what's food? Hulk am so angry. Winter go and spring come. Who plays Snowfort now? Doc Sampson tell Hulk, when Hulk angry, count 20. Hulk out of fingers. Hulk join awesome club, and first rule is you don't talk. Oops, Hulk break first rule. Hulk smash, smash more, smash! Hulk smash whole world! Act is called The Aristocrats. Hulk smash wide load sign. Not appreciate insult. Hurt Hulk's self-image. Hulk strongest there is. Him not listen to dumb frog. It easy being green. Hulk think Hulk nice guy, but Hulk not photogenic. Online dating hard. Hulk want hug kitties, but they so easy to squish. Hulk live in cruel world.
my boy.
I ain't your boy, Stark.
All right, that should do it. Won't be any Latverian air support bothering us on our way to Castle Doom now. We'll take it on foot and bring in Bravo team once we hit checkpoint 3.
On foot? You're kidding, right? Do you have any idea how little arch support I get in this outfit?
Put a sock in it, webhead.
Oh, socks make it worse, actually.
All right, ladies, let's move, now! Bravo team, come in. Come in. Bravo, do you copy?
Nothing new to me so far. But Black Ops aren't really SOP for you boys, are they? How'd Fury get you?
Same way he got you two, I expect. Everyone owes that old warhorse favors, and he always calls them in sooner or later. Could be much worse than this.
Yeah, but don't you guys wonder, I mean, invading a foreign country? Like we're soldiers of fortune or something?
I've known Nick Fury a very long time, Spider-Man. We wouldn't be doing this without a good reason. Oh, wringing your little hands over the poor Latverians, huh? You think they'd do the same for you?
Colonel Fury, what do you have for us?
Mr. President, one of our ongoing investigations into supervillains recently had a major break. We've always been aware that many of these criminals who run around in high-tech armor were getting their materials from an underground figure, Phineas Mason, aka the Tinkerer. But what we didn't realize until recently is that the Tinkerer himself is being supported by someone outside the country, specifically Lucia von Bardas, the elected Prime Minister of Latveria. As you know, the link to a foreign power makes this, by definition, international terrorism. The evidence is right here, sir. We're under attack. Trust me, they've earned what's coming to them. Great. Here we go again.
Hey, Fury, where's that Bravo team you've been trying to reach?
Communication's still jammed. Someone's gonna have to go round them up. And you just volunteered.
What? And leave all the fun to you girls? Bite me, Fury.
No time to argue, Shorty. Take Webs with you. Locate Bravo team and find another way into that castle.
You heard the man, Webhead. Let's move.
Yeah. Sheesh, no respect.
I ain't here to fight you, Von Bardas. I'm here to make an example of you. This place is going down, along with your little operation. Should help deter anyone thinking along the same lines.
So much for your president's friendly words to me. Or does he even know you're here?
You got a simple choice, Toots. Either come with us quietly, or die when we turn this place into a big pile of Latverian bricks.
You'll pay for this, Nicholas Fury. I promise you that. Take them!
Things have been pretty quiet around here lately. I suppose we should have known it was too good to last.
Miss Marvel has been investigating an international gun-running ring in the city. A lead identified this Roosevelt Island construction site as a front for their operations. And last night she reported discovering unexpected tunnels running beneath it. This morning she failed to check in.
Carol can definitely take care of herself, but we'll need to follow up on this just in case. Let's start by investigating those tunnels.
Manhattan continues to reel after tonight's devastating terror attack. Inside sources are indicating that the terrorists may have been from Latveria. Furthermore, they claim last night's attack was in direct retaliation for a secret, unsanctioned shield assault on Castle Doom exactly 1 year ago. SHIELD Director Nicholas Fury, now wanted for questioning in connection with these claims, has disappeared. In his absence, Commander Maria Hill has been named Acting Director of SHIELD. Superheroes potentially linked to the Latverian mission have refused to comment, leaving the rest of us to wonder why this horrible tragedy had to happen.
You hear what they're saying about that mission in Latveria?
Color me shocked, Steve. I have suspected we weren't sanctioned.
You have suspected? Nice of you to say so at the time.
Given a choice between Fury and the government, who are you gonna trust?
Tough call. That's why I didn't even ask you to make it. So, thanks to you, all this is on our hands. No, not on yours. The evidence is right here, sir. We're under attack.
Colonel Fury, since Dr. Doom's death, Lucia von Bardas has bent over backwards to mend the ties between America and Latveria. We got her elected. This year alone, we lent her country $72 million in aid.
Yes, sir. And it hurts to imagine what she's done with that money, knowing what we now know.
Thank you, Colonel.
I have a recommended response scenario for the
That won't be necessary.
Sir, if I may, this situation is sure to escalate.
We have a pleasant relationship with Lucia. We'll handle things diplomatically.
I kept you in the dark so that if something like this ever happened, your consciences would be clear. It's on me, and I'm taking the fall for this one.
You got that right.
Damn it, Stark. You think these
things grow on trees?
I'm sure you've got plenty of backups, old man. You always do.
Enjoy your exile, Fury. Wherever you are. We'll just stay here and keep picking up the pieces.
Our worst fears seem to be coming to pass. Congress is debating a new bill, the Superhuman Registration Act. It would require all heroes to register with the government, whether they want to or not.
Which would mean the politicians get to tell us who the bad guys are. We need to make sure this thing doesn't happen.
To that end, we're heading down to Washington. I've been offered a chance to testify before a congressional subcommittee.
And I'm going to rally the people down there. We need to get a grassroots resistance movement going before the SRA can gain any momentum.
We want you to come along in case there's any trouble. We've got a Quinjet waiting to fly us down there. Let's go. We're coming up on DC, team, but the situation has radically changed during our flight, and not for the better. The city just came under attack by an unknown terrorist force. We're going to coordinate defense efforts with SHIELD. Buckle up, and be ready for anything. And so, to answer your question, Mr. Senator, in spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle, with consequences I'm not sure any of us want to ponder.
Hey, Mr. Stark! Mr. Stark, over here!
Was that really your best shot?
Sneaking around doesn't become you, Steve.
Maybe I'll need the practice. Maybe we all will.
Don't be so melodramatic. This whole thing would affect you least of all. You're already deputized.
You almost sound like you agree with them. This Registration Act would tear down everything we've done, destroy a century-old tradition of...
I'm trying to save it, Steve. As much of it as I can, anyway.
Don't you see where this is headed? All it's going to take is one more slip-up by anyone in a cape, and we'll be lucky if registration is the worst they do. They could just turn us all into criminals, hunt us all down.
No, they won't, Tony. Not in my country.
Now return to our special live episode of The New Warriors, coming to you straight from Stamford, Connecticut, where the Warriors have just been spotted by their supervillain quarry. Looks like it's on.
I've got Cold Heart, you guys. Hey, somebody snag Nitro. He's rabbiting.
Don't worry, Speedball. I'm on him. On your feet, Nitro, and don't bother trying any of your stupid exploding tricks.
Oh, baby, don't you even know? You're playing with the big boys now.
Reports now coming in from Stamford, Connecticut indicate a massive explosion in a residential neighborhood.
Just over 12 hours ago now, and preliminary casualties are said to be over 600. In Washington, rumblings on whether superhero reform should be brought to the table.
Following last week's devastating explosion, Congress has rushed through passage of the Superhuman Registration Act, with the president expected to sign it.
This is just completely insane, Hill. I won't do it.
I'm sorry. Was it not clear I was giving you an order?
You're asking me to arrest people who risk their lives for this country every day.
No, I'm ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain. Either you help us bring them in, or we'll bring you in.
Weapons down, gentlemen. Or I...
Trank darts, now! Take him down! Take him down!
Keep us moving, son, if you want to stay conscious.
You idiot. We were trying to save lives.
Of all the people to go underground, Captain America. Now every superhero who disagrees with the act suddenly has a leader. Maybe we should hold off until...
That won't be necessary, Mr. President. Registration can go forward as planned. We'll take care of Captain America.
I don't need to tell you that you've made the right choice. You're here, and that means you understand the reality of our situation. You know what we're up against. Who we're up against. We simply can't restore the public's faith in us, while Captain America and his recruits are still playing by the old rules.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to use their expanded authority to keep supervillain activity in check. That leaves us with responsibility for dealing with the rogue heroes.
We need to act decisively to end this fast. We have a few leads, and may be close to identifying one or more locations being used as hideouts by the rebels. Come back here later. By then, we should have something more solid.
Welcome to the Resistance. It's good to see there's still heroes like us, willing to stand up for what's right. It's also encouraging to see a significant number of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents defecting to our side. They call themselves the White Star, apparently in my honor. I can't tell you we're in for an easy time, though. Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. have advanced technology and almost unlimited resources at their disposal.
Yeah, but none of that matters. What we got is more important.
Yes, we have the moral high ground. We know we're in the right. Our path to victory? Convince the public to repeal that law by remaining steadfast, and by showing everyone what it really means to be a hero.
We got a lot of operations in the works, so you can count on being asked to help out real soon.
Meantime, feel free to explore our command bunker. This abandoned Hydra storage facility is no Stark Tower, I know, but it'll hold up if S.H.I.E.L.D. comes knocking.
Captain America's people are equipping themselves for a war. We need to cut off their supply lines before they can fortify. We've been tracking some suspicious cargo entering the Jersey City shipyards. We believe it's headed for a hideout being set up by the unregistered heroes.
Our original hope was to catch Cap himself. But my money says Cable is behind this op. He must be establishing this facility to support Captain America wherever he's hiding. Expect strong resistance. Cap's managed to turn a number of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents to his cause. Apparently, they call themselves the White Star in his honor. And I'm sure he sent some of the unregistered heroes in for support.
Bishop will be running the show on the ground. If we can shut down this operation, we'll send a powerful message to Captain America and his followers.
Bad news. Our base in Jersey City has been discovered by S.H.I.E.L.D. Our people are under attack and need immediate support. Cable was in charge of setting up this operation, but we've lost contact with him. We need to recover weapons crucial to our movement and, more importantly, protect the data Cable had compiled regarding our allies and other prospective base locations. From what we can tell, the base defenses are already compromised. Get there ASAP and hit those invading S.H.I.E.L.D. forces from behind. Then get our people and our intel out of there.
Your capture of Cable, Hercules, and Spider-Woman a few weeks back seems to have put a serious crimp in Cap's plans. Thanks to all our hard work, more unregistered heroes and superpowered criminals are being rounded up every day. Of course, it's one thing to capture them, and quite another to make sure they stay that way.
As you may have heard, our massive new holding facility in the negative zone is now up and running. Codenamed Prison 42. It's a clean, safe, and totally secure detention center for unregistered superhumans. Access is possible only through a network of strictly controlled trans-dimensional portals, the first of which is situated deep in the Rikers Island prison.
We're still hoping this conflict can be resolved quickly, but in case that's not possible, Prison 42 will serve our cause well. We've built in multiple fail-safes to ensure that it's completely inescapable. It should give unregistered heroes good reason to reconsider their position.
We've already enjoyed some victories in this conflict, but we knew we were going to be in for a tough fight. And it looks like Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. are working overtime.
They've been rounding up unregistered heroes and criminals like there ain't no tomorrow. In fact, we hear they're running out of room to hold them all.
Intelligence obtained by Cable now indicates that the Pro-Reg forces have almost completed construction of a massive new detention facility in the negative zone. It appears that the only way to access this new prison is via a network of tightly guarded portals. Obviously, it sounds like a very secure facility.
Don't let that rattle you, though. More folks are joining our side every day, and there's no question we can win this thing.
Agreed. However, keeping our people out of that prison will be one of our top priorities going forward.
Despite our recent victories, the anti-registration movement continues to grow. S.H.I.E.L.D. is too busy dealing with opportunistic supervillains to help us. So we've decided to bolster our ranks with some allies you might find surprising. There are dozens of superpowered criminals now being held in Prison 42. Collectively, they represent a formidable fighting force. Our goal is to harness that potential to help us win this war. Reed?
We recovered some highly advanced nanotech from the Latverian attack on New York, and have found a way to use it to control the behavior of higher mammals, including humans. We've injected nanites into the bloodstreams of a number of these incarcerated superfelons. The nanites, tiny machines as small as a red blood cell, situate themselves in the host nervous system. This forms an electronic network that we can wirelessly tap into, allowing us to remotely monitor and control these unpredictable but powerful new allies.
In addition to the behavior control system, there's also a failsafe. Using it, we can remotely render the host unconscious at any time.
The system has passed all preliminary trials, but now it's time for a field test, under real-world conditions.
That's where you come in. A number of unregistered heroes are about to be transferred to their new homes in Prison 42. You will protect their convoy. And once we feel the time is right, we'll deploy one of our nanite-controlled agents to assist you. If he gets out of line, we'll take care of it. Delivering these prisoners and proving out the nanite control system are two important steps to ending this war once and for all.
We just got word that a number of our captured friends are about to be transferred to the negative zone. They'll be sent there using a trans-dimensional portal, which we've discovered is located deep in the Rikers Island Penitentiary. But they must be transferred to Rikers first via convoy. Our best bet to keep our friends out of that prison is to never let them get there in the first place. So, we'll be hitting that convoy hard as it passes through Hell's Kitchen.
Unfortunately, there's a complication. We have it on good authority that Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. are bolstering their ranks with superpowered criminals. They're using some kind of nanite technology to control the behavior of these sociopaths.
Don't those reckless fools have any regard for the risks they're taking? The point is, we might run into these attack dogs during our rescue op. So watch your backs.
The convoy route is heavily defended. You'll need to clear out the anti-air emplacements, so our chopper can get a clear shot at the trucks. Then you can bust out our friends and get them to safety.
The nanite-controlled criminals we enlisted have made a huge difference in our struggle to both fight crime and deal with the unregistered heroes. We now have dozens of these agents in Prison 42, ready to support us at a moment's notice. The tide may be turning in our favor, but the longer this conflict drags on, the greater the chance of devastating repercussions. We intend to find a way to end this thing as quickly and cleanly as possible. Given what you've done for our side so far, we know you'll be a big part of that solution.
The increasingly desperate actions of the pro-reg leadership make it clear our resistance movement is working. It's just a matter of time before public opinion turns firmly in our favor and the Registration Act becomes history. However, it's not over yet. Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. have already proven they'll stop at nothing to try to break us. We must remain ready to face them at any moment, while also doing whatever we can to protect the public during this chaotic time.
This superpowered civil war has gone on for too long. It's time to finish it. And with any luck, we can do it without firing a shot. We're going to lure the anti-reg forces to an unpopulated location by faking a major disaster. Once they arrive, we'll cut off any and all avenues of escape. Then, we'll be in a position to offer them one last chance to lay down their arms and register. If they refuse, we'll still have them trapped with nowhere to run. You'll help guard the perimeter. If things get ugly, make sure Cap and his crew don't escape.
We just received word of a major disaster at a chemical plant in New Jersey. Details are sketchy, but hundreds of workers may be trapped.
We've got to get those innocents out of danger.
Of course, but we're well aware this could be a trap set by our friends. That's why we'll be using Cloak to teleport us in. He can get us right back out if there's any trouble.
Okay, let's rescue those workers. Besides being the right thing to do, it might make it even more obvious why being a hero shouldn't be against the law.
How many trapped workers did the radio say?
Over 300. But something's weird. I'm not getting anything over my infonet. No panic signals, nothing.
What's wrong, Cable?
Cloak, get us out of here. It's a trap.
Of course it's a trap. How else were we gonna get you all in one place? Skybird 1, is the area fully cordoned?
Roger, perimeter sealed. No one's leaving the zone without our say-so.
Copy that. Stand by.
Stand by? You and S.H.I.E.L.D. going soft, Tony?
We didn't come here to arrest you, Cap. I talked S.H.I.E.L.D. into offering all of you a chance at amnesty.
You mean surrender? Thanks, but I think I'd rather take my chances.
Cap, please. You know how hard I tried to fight this. But that was before Stamford. The public doesn't want secret identities anymore. Registration is the only way to make them feel safe when we're around. Just give me a chance to tell you our plans for my 21st century overhaul.
You've got 5 minutes.
That's all I'll need. What the hell?
But not all. Neither side's getting too specific, but a good number of those heroes got pretty badly hurt in the explosions, including yourselves. No one saw what those mind-controlled freaks were trying to do, or that we tried to stop them. So it was up to me to save you.
All right, listen up. Tinkerer here has been trying to figure out who might be pulling the strings of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nanite criminals when no one's looking.
Since I had some involvement in the original nanotechnology S.H.I.E.L.D. has converted for their use, I was optimistic that I could puzzle out the situation with the data already available. However, that has not proven to be the case. I have nothing more than conjecture at this point. In order to determine what's really happening, I will need to view the networking logs for S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nanite control grid. Unfortunately, their signal is highly encrypted. It could take years to break their code and directly access their servers.
But we don't have time for that, obviously. The shorter and quicker routes to physically transmit that data directly from their servers, which we've discovered are located in Rikers Island Penitentiary. So that's where you're headed. Now don't worry. I know trying to bust into that place on your own would be near impossible, since it also contains the portal to Stark's negative zone prison. But we got information that Captain America and his forces are about to stage a prison break to release their buddies from the negative zone. They'll have to smash through Rikers to get there. We'll take advantage by having you piggyback on their incursion. When they're driving toward the portal, you follow in their wake and get that data sent to us. Then we can figure out who the hell's grabbing control of these psychos and why. We got the transmission, and Tinkerer's done a quick analysis on the data. It doesn't look good.
We were concerned that an unknown megalomaniac might be overriding S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nanite control signals with intentions unknown. However, the truth is much stranger and potentially much more troubling. There is no secret mastermind pulling the strings of these criminals. The network that links their minds has become large and complex enough to emerge as its own intelligence. A neural net whose intellect grows each time they inject another host with the nanites.
The only reason this thing hasn't already spread like wildfire is because S.H.I.E.L.D. lets just a few of them out at a time.
Correct. If the entire group were released from lockdown, they could escape Prison 42 and quickly spread across the Earth like a techno-plague. Everyone would eventually become part of its collective consciousness.
We already saw they could override S.H.I.E.L.D. control. Wouldn't there be any way to stop them?
To determine that, I would need a pure, untainted sample of the nanite material. One that hasn't yet been injected into a host.
Okay, they must have some of that in their negative zone jailhouse. And we won't get a better chance to head in there and grab some of that stuff than right now, while the heroes are still beating the crap out of each other. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Sit tight till I arrive to help you out.
We'll never reach the jail cells at this rate.
Are those the conduits we saw in the schematics?
Yeah, the only exposed power cables for both the main systems and the backups.
Those get cut, and all the cells open up? Including S.H.I.E.L.D.'s remote control super criminals?
You got it. But the released prisoners might give S.H.I.E.L.D. more than they can handle, at least for a few minutes. Could help cover our escape.
Never thought the cavalry would look quite like that, but I'll take it. Nanic Control, watch what you're doing with those prisoners. They just... Damn it, Swanson! Get those prisoners attacking the right targets!
We're trying, sir, but they're not responding. The inhibitor transmissions aren't having any effect!
Then spike their nanochains! Shut them down, now!
No effect, Mr. Stark! The villains are completely out of control!
You don't say.
Looks like Fury was right about your nanite-injected slaves.
We had it under control until you busted in here and released them all.
Gentlemen, I suggest we focus on getting our people out of here alive.
You made it. Was Fury behind you?
Closed off from the other side.
What do you think it means? Did Fury detonate?
Step to one side, Captain. You and your friends here are under arrest.
For Pete's sake, Hill, these people need medical attention.
He's right. Lower your weapons and call in the medics.
No, Stark. I'm under direct orders from the President. The SRA dictates that these unregistered...
We're giving everyone temporary amnesty on my authority. At least until we figure out what just happened. If you have a problem with that, Commander Hill, you're going to have to take it up with all of us.
Get the medics down here.
So many lives apparently lost, and yet lost so that many more lives might be saved. We may not know the true fate of Nicholas Fury, but we do know he showed his willingness to sacrifice himself on behalf of us all. For him, and for the rest of the missing and presumed deceased, we ask Almighty God to watch over their souls. Amen.
span of just a few hours, the world has gone insane. The Nanite Collective's agents are swarming all over the globe, infecting key victims in an apparent bid to eliminate all serious resistance to their expansion.
Their movements seem methodical and well coordinated. They must have used Prison 42's portal system to move this fast. Worse, time is on their side. If we can't stamp this out quickly, it will grow to encompass all of humanity.
In the face of this new threat, the Registration Act has been temporarily suspended to allow us to work together.
We're deploying teams around the world, but the most explosive situation right now is in the African nation of Wakanda, which has reported a massive incursion into their capital city. Ruled by our friend T'Challa, also known as the Black Panther, Wakanda is a highly advanced country blessed with the world's only deposits of vibranium.
Your knowledge of the Nanite Collective makes you the best team to send into this combat zone. Do whatever it takes to help Black Panther defeat these invaders and regain control of his country. The fall of Stark Tower was just the beginning. Over the past few weeks, the Fold has aggressively ramped up its campaign to take over all of humanity. Many of our closest friends and allies remain unaccounted for. We have to assume they've been taken into the Fold.
It's no coincidence either. The Fold's primary targets are clearly superhumans. And thanks to the acquisition of Fury and his decades of intel, they've been able to make serious inroads in expanding the Collective's power base. Fortunately, Fury's knowledge of Wakanda isn't comprehensive, which is why we've been using Black Panther's palace as our temporary base of operations.
Fold forces were unable to retrieve Venom and Green Goblin after you defeated them. Using the pure nanite samples your team obtained from Prison 42, we've been able to cure these two criminals of their infection.
Venom and Goblin both claim a strong desire to help us stop the Fold. They're not the most trustworthy of allies, but frankly, we can't afford to turn them away. With the Fold growing exponentially, infecting entire populations at a time, it's becoming obvious we can't win a war of attrition against them. Their network seems to be the key. If we could only find a way to disrupt it. Unfortunately, they've clearly been taking steps to make that all but impossible.
Our best minds are working hard to devise a strategy to defeat the Fold before it becomes unstoppable. We'll let you know if and when we come up with anything solid.
Analysis of Fold technology retrieved after the liberation of Wakanda has revealed details about the Collective and how it's spreading. We're now aware of massive repeater towers being erected at secret locations around the globe at an astonishing rate.
These heavily defended towers are clearly being built to extend the reach of their network. Like the internet, their grid is adaptive and seems highly resistant to being completely shut down. So trying to destroy the towers would be an inefficient use of our time and resources.
However, we might still have an ace in the hole. Our nanite stasis signal should still function, if we could only broadcast it on their network. Their encryption makes that impossible to do from the outside. But if we were able to take control of one of their repeater towers and send the signal from there, it just might work.
We've identified only one tower that is central enough to reach the entire Fold before they could react.
If we were able to infiltrate this enemy base and send the shutdown signal, all members of the Fold would be paralyzed, allowing us to round them up and cure them of the nanite infection.
It sounds simple, but won't be easy. Iceland was one of the first countries to be completely overtaken by the Collective. However, this may be our only shot at defeating the Fold. If we fail here, we'll have revealed our only trump card, and they won't give us another chance once they figure out what we're up to. We'll get as close to the tower as we can without attracting their attention. From there, we'll have to fight through their defenses, make our way into the base, and send out that signal.
Yeah, all right, Stretch. I can make it. smart guy. But I'll take a S.H.I.E.L.D. nurse over him any day. So how are you feeling? How does it look like I'm feeling?
Could be a lot worse, all things considered. Everyone else who was infected is pretty much recovered, but the stuff the Tinkerer put in you was 10 times.
Yeah, I know. But believe me, I know. Listen, guys, about all this, I just wanted to,
You can stop there, Nick. There's plenty of blame to go around, on all sides.
And plenty of cleaning up yet to do.
Yeah, there is that. I know you'll put it right. Get things back to where they used to be.
I'm not sure things will ever be quite the same as they used to be.
No, but that doesn't mean they can't be good again.
And so, with the global battle against the Fold now won, thanks in large part to the combined efforts of the world's superheroes, Congress this week voted to amend the Superhuman Registration Act. The updated act allows superheroes to voluntarily register for training without revealing their secret identities to the government or being pressed into mandatory police service. Tony Stark, fresh from accepting his new position as commander of S.H.I.E.L.D., spoke earlier today at the Capitol building regarding the agency's new attitude toward superheroes.
It's too easy to think of superheroes as weapons, something to be deployed like an arm of the military. But now, I understand better than I ever have, that that's not what they are. They're people. We heroes can work together, and in order to protect this world, we must. But from now on, our alliance will be forged in trust, not in fear or force. Because no threat can stand against us when we choose to act as one.
And so, with the global battle against the Fold now won, thanks in large part to the combined efforts of the world's superheroes, Congress this week voted to overturn the Superhuman Registration Act. Additionally, all members of the anti-registration movement have been granted full amnesty by the president. Does this mean the country's superheroes can get back to doing what they do best? Former anti-reg movement leader Captain America, speaking earlier today at a Lincoln Memorial rally, said he hopes so.
During this conflict, nearly all of us got distracted from a hero's main responsibility, to help those who need it most.
Now, thanks to the actions of a small but steadfast team, we've been given another chance. We must not squander it, and we won't. We saw what could happen if all individuality were lost. But we were also reminded that there are some things we can only accomplish when we're united. Now, our alliance stands reforged, ready to meet whatever challenge might be next, together.
What the? How did you get in here?
Dude, it's what I do.
Okay, well, what do you want, Mr. Deadpool? We're kind of busy trying to wrap up production.
Yeah, Geek Boy, I've heard of crunch time. You think I don't play these games?
Fine. What can we do for you?
First off, I'm not here 'cause I'm happy. I was told the game was gonna be called Deadpool and His Inferior Friends.
What? Who told you that?
Someone from marketing.
It's crazy. Even they wouldn't...
Yeah, she did. Might have had something to do with the katana I was sticking up her nose at the time.
Great. Well, I guess you can take it up with them?
I'm not done.
Of course not. Okay, let me just finish typing this and... There we are. So, you wanted to say?
Okay, here's the thing. In this game, I'm hardly any more powerful than any of these other idiots.
You mean the other playable superheroes?
Right, them.
We try to balance all the characters so that none of them are too powerful.
That's what I'm talking about. That ain't realistic. I can take down any of them goody two-shoes wimps.
The Hulk?
Okay, maybe not him, but...
The Thing?
Sure, if he had a cold.
Thor?
Look, Poindexter, I'll show you just what I can do. Hey, where are my swords?
Yeah, I just turned them off.
The hell does that mean? I didn't know you could turn them on.
You think this fourth wall stuff of yours only works in one direction? All I had to do is change one line of code, and now none of your powers or attacks will work.
What the? You pimply-faced paper and dice playing prom-skipping nerd hole! Give me back my powers!
Keep it up, and we'll pull you out of the game entirely. Maybe stick you into downloadable content later. Maybe not even that.
Jeez, all right, I'm going. But when no one buys this game, don't come crying to me. Try to help these jerks, and what do you get? Attitude. Soon as I get my powers back, I'll come back and show Pizza Boy there how many hit points he's got. Not a lot, I'll bet.